Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another edition of Union Pine Sports Time. My name is Justin Blackburn, voice of Viking football. As always, here with head coach Matt Quinn. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Justin. Thank you for having us.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into it. As always, we'd like to thank Timeout Sports Grill for hosting us for Union Pine Sports Time. And to recap, we played Randleman Tigers this past Friday night. The final score of that game was Randleman 49, your Union Pines Vikings 22. And Coach, the first half for us, a little tough. But then second half, we definitely turned around, held them to one score in the second half. So
yeah, the first half kind of snowballed on us. You know, when things start going bad, everything started going bad. You know, it's the way it goes sometimes. And at halftime, I told our kids, you know, it's how you respond to these types of situations. When you get kicked in the teeth, are you going to stay down and cry about it, or are you going to get up and fight back? And all I asked them to do was fight in the second half and win the second half, and they did. So I was very, very proud of the way that they fought and finished the game.
Absolutely, Coach. Just some of the stats. We have Justin Everhart, 125 all-purpose yards. Once again.
Yeah, he did a great job. He ran through a very, very, very tough Randleman defense. They had some big boys, some strong guys over there. But, you know, Justin's still going to do a good job getting his yards. And he even caught a few passes out of the backfield, had an amazing one-handed catch that you'll see in the highlights. So Justin had a pretty good night for us all the way around.
Absolutely. Shaheem Spell, 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, Coach.
Yeah.
Big performance from him.
Yeah, Spell had a great night. He's been right there battling for a receiver position. He's been in, he's been out, he's been in, he's been out. And, you know, Garzo gets a little banged up, and he steps in there and picks up some slack for us. So Spell had a great night, 2 touchdowns.
Speaking of Garzo, is he how is he going to fare out for the rest of the?
For right now, he's day to day. We'll find out more as the week progresses, but hopefully he'll be joining us next Friday.
Awesome, Coach. And Polidori, 123 yards passing with the rushing touchdown. Once again, good performance from Polidori as well.
Polidori had a pretty decent performance. You know, once everything settled down, and most of these good things happened for us in the second half after we talked about fighting and not quitting. And so, you know, these guys come in the second half and put up some pretty good numbers for one half of football. And Polidori had his rushing touchdown where, you know, he faked out everybody. We all thought Justin had the ball, and he did a good job holding his fake and getting into the end zone.
Went around to the far side of the field, I believe it was.
He did.
And snuck in. So good little chance there to see Polidori's vision once again. We talked about that last week from the past 2 games. So down to the defense now. We have Kamal Fairley with 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Coach, you want to talk about his performance a little bit?
Kamal's always making tackles, always making plays. A little out of position this Friday, but when he's out of position, what he makes up for it is his hustle. He fights back into the right spot somehow and makes tackles and makes plays for us.
Yep, we have Keaton Tranel here, 7 tackles, 1 fumble recovery.
Keaton Tranel had a pretty decent night once everything settled down, and his fumble recovery came off of a special team. He's on punt. They muffed the punt.
Yep.
Keaton Tranel got on it, and that set us up for another big touchdown on offense. So he had a pretty good night there.
And then we have Joseph Smith, your safety, I believe, 8 tackles, coming up, making some big plays.
Yeah, he had 1 solo tackle, but he had 7 assists, which is huge. He's getting to the pile. We're talking about gang tackling. We want everybody together, so he is doing a great job of getting to the pile and helping out and cleaning up some of those tackles.
Absolutely, Coach. So, like you said, big performance in the second half. Coming back, the boys fought hard and scored, I believe it was 3 scores, 2 scores there in the second to end up 22-49. So, Coach, you ready to get into some highlights?
Yes, sir. Let's get to the highlights.
Let's go for it. So coming back from the highlights, Coach, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us this past Friday night. It was Military Appreciation Night, and Sergeant Richards, Staff Sergeant Richards, led you guys out of the tunnel. Shout out to Staff Sergeant Richards for doing that. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank for all of those who serve in the military and our veterans and
Yes.
currently active members.
Yes. We thank you all for showing up. Especially Staff Sergeant Richards. He's been with our team. He's done some workouts with us, some boot camp style workouts with our guys that really made us better and prepared us for these battles and these fights that we're going through in the second half. And after the last workout he put us through, the kids, just fell in love with what he was doing and how he was working with us. So we invited him to lead us out of the tunnel for Military Appreciation Night before the season even started. And he took great pride in that. And he got our kids fired up in the locker room and fired up in that tunnel and come out with the Viking flag, and it was an awesome moment to see him join our team on the sidelines.
That's right, and I believe we had Miss Carr. I can't quite remember her title, but Miss Carr was out for the coin toss as well. She was a part of our military, and we'd like to thank her for being a part of the coin toss as well. Very special moment out on the field. So, Coach, coming back from the highlights, we're going to get into our timeout offensive player of the week, and that's going to be Mr. Shaheem Spell. So, go ahead and elaborate on that, Coach.
Spell had 4 catches, 2 touchdowns. Like I said before, he's been battling for a spot, and due to an injury, an unfortunate circumstance, he stepped up, made some plays for us this Friday. I was really happy to see that he is still fighting, because when things like this happen and you're going in and out and you're battling for a spot, sometimes your head can get down and you can get frustrated, but he's never been frustrated. He's always wanted to keep fighting, so I was really proud of the way Spell played and came up big for us with 2 touchdowns.
Awesome, Coach. Good to hear. Timeout offensive player of the week, Shaheem Spell. Now to our Texas Roadhouse defensive player of the week. That's going to be Keaton Tranel, Coach.
Keaton Tranel, 7 tackles, 1 fumble recovery, like we mentioned on that punt. He's doing a great job in that defensive backfield for us. Also handles a lot of kicking duties for us, PATs and kickoffs. So he does a lot for us that is very good. And this next week we look to clean up some more of those mistakes on both sides of the ball. But Keaton Tranel, our Texas Roadhouse defensive player of the week.
Awesome, Coach. So now we're going to get into the upcoming matchup this coming Friday, September 15th at Will Hoyt Stadium. Your Union Pines Vikings will be hosting the Albemarle Bulldogs. And Coach, this is going to be youth football night. So tell our fans what they can experience on
youth football night. The Irish and the Trojans of the Optimus League, Cranes Creek and New Century will all get in free with their jersey. So we're looking forward to hosting those guys and letting them see what Viking football is all about. Kind of building our program with the future Vikings. Those guys will also be invited to run out of the tunnel with us as we take the field. So that should be a pretty awesome moment. And a lot of these guys, it'll be their first time coming out of that tunnel, running onto the field at Will Hoyt Stadium. So hopefully that'll get them excited about doing it in the future one day when they grow up.
Absolutely, Coach. So once again, youth football night this Friday, September 15th at Will Hoyt Stadium. Your Cranes Creek and your New Century players, and then with your Optimus players, Coach, I think that's going to be a great time.
Yes, it
absolutely
should be awesome.
A great opportunity for those young men. And Coach, let's see here. We want to talk about our Buffalo Wild Wings VIP tent. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to bid on that throughout the week. It ends Wednesday, Coach?
Yes, Wednesday at noon, the bidding will end. We've had 2 successful home games of the Buffalo Wild Wing VIP tent, and it's been great for us to raise money to feed our kids. So we appreciate all the bids, and we invite you to go online and bid at www.ncmcs.org/VikingFootball.
/VikingFootball. There you go, Coach. And then we also have a very special fundraiser that's coming up for us. This is going to be Touchdown Against Cancer.
Yes, we are joining in on the Touchdowns Against Cancer campaign. Basically, any dollar amount that you want to pledge for Touchdowns Against Cancer. Let's say you pledge $2 and we scored 8 touchdowns, then you would end up paying $16, and that all goes to St. Jude's Hospital for childhood cancer and childhood cancer research. So this is a great cause that our team has joined in, and we would appreciate all the support. If you are worried about us not scoring enough or scoring too much, you can make a one-time donation that just comes straight out before both games. But this campaign runs for the next 2 home games against Albemarle and South Johnston.
That's right, and the South Johnston game, Coach, that'll be the 22nd. That'll be homecoming night at Will Hoyt Stadium. So it's kind of nice having this, 3-home stretch.
Yes.
We were on a 2-game away stretch, and it's always good to come back home, have a couple of games to finally get things situated and settled out, and then on the 22nd there to wrap it up, we've got homecoming. So I think that'll be a great campaign for you guys, and Coach,
We're looking forward to it right now. As of recording this show, we're going to make $21 per touchdown, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, sounds good, Coach. Thank you. So for the conclusion, we'd like to once again thank Timeout Sports Grill for hosting us. Awesome little setup here. I say it every week, but it seems like it gets better and better every week.
Timeout is being gracious in their hosting duties here with us, and taking care of our offensive player of the week.
And now that football season's in, Coach, when we get done recording this, we can hang around and watch a
we're gonna watch some Sunday games. Yeah,
that's right. Absolutely, Coach. We'd like to shout out to Texas Roadhouse for sponsoring our defensive player of the week. And then once again, the Buffalo Wild Wings VIP tent, as Coach alluded to earlier, 2 very successful VIP tent experiences. Very unique perspective. It's down on the field, right there at the corner of the track. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a different view of Viking football, definitely bid on that Buffalo Wild Wings VIP tent.
Yeah, the VIP tent is a great way to get involved and a great way to support our kids. And we look forward to hosting the next group this Friday night.
Absolutely. We'd also like to give a shout out to Timothy Hale Photography. He does a great job, Coach. I've seen a lot of his work online, whether it be on Twitter or Facebook. I mean, just awesome pictures, great moments.
He does a great job of covering and getting some great memories for our kids and for our staff, and we just thank him for all the support that he gives us at Union Pines.
Absolutely. As always, for the administration at Union Pines High School for supporting us in these efforts and allowing us to come here and record for you guys. And then, Coach, above and beyond, our fans and our student section that came out Friday night. Just go ahead, Coach.
It was awesome. Our student section was great. A lot of red, white, and blue for American Night.
Absolutely.
They were loud. They were proud. It was awesome to see so many students getting involved and supporting our team. We look forward to that every single home game. One compliment that I keep getting from opposing coaches is y'all have a beautiful facility, and your student section and your fans are awesome. This is a tough place to play high school football. And that's from multiple coaches on both staffs that we played against at home. So we want to keep that trend going with our home field advantage.
Absolutely, Coach. So once again, shout out to you guys for not only watching the show, but coming out on Friday nights when we have home games and supporting Viking football. This really is a community effort, Coach. It really is a community and a family effort. So and shout out, as always, to the student section. Nowhere to go but up from here, Coach. I believe the motto is all the way up.
All the way up from here.
That's right. So once again, we'd like to thank Timeout Sports Grill for hosting us. Your Vikings are back in action this upcoming Friday night. That's September 15th at Will Hoyt Stadium against the Albemarle Bulldogs, Coach. Youth football night. So if you're an Optimus player or a middle school player, don't forget to wear your jersey. You will get in free and have an experience of running out of the tunnel with these Vikings.
Yes, sir.
So, Coach, I believe that wraps it up for us.
That'll wrap it up for us, Justin. Thank you for having us, and thank you for hosting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and go Vikings.